Hi, Jane Evans, your lasting life change coach, here for you if you are truly seeking or even curious about your own transformation. How do you recognize patterns? So I'm out in nature at the moment. Nature is full of patterns, but what about your patterns? So I'm talking about the continual habits that we have, the ways that we just keep on thinking about certain things and beliefs that we hold. They're all patterns. If you were to stop and pause and maybe even spend a few days just making notes of things that regularly pop into your mind as thoughts, you might be quite shocked at how basically every day you're just thinking and mostly believing and often doing the same things over and over again. So is that a bad thing? Some of it maybe yes, some of it maybe no. You know, if you're happy just having a really regular routine, if you're happy just thinking the same thoughts as you get in the shower every morning, the same thoughts as you head out the door every morning, then good, carry on. But many of us aren't, because the thoughts, beliefs and behaviours that we keep repeating are often the things that drive us nuts about ourselves. So what can we do? Because after all, these were created before we were even 6 or 7 years old. So they are not easy to shift, I'm not going to lie. So you know, when you see the latest, oh, do this and you'll get that book, or the latest diet craze or eating program or exercise program, everybody's raving about it. And to be honest, I've had a look at a few of them lately and some of them are good. They have great advice, great information. And you would think, wow, this will definitely work. Well, for a time it will. Anything we choose to change is a conscious thought, a conscious decision. If we've got a program to follow, fantastic. Then while we're on it, yeah, pretty much change will happen until we start going back to old ways of thinking, which brings in old beliefs and old habits. And you know what? We are so good at doing that. I know myself. You know, it's ridiculous that every day after my sandwich, which I mostly have at lunchtime, I have only one, admittedly, but I always have a chocolate biscuit. Now, I don't need a chocolate biscuit. There's nothing good in it apart from the taste on my tongue. But it's a habit. It's a habit that came in childhood. We always had dessert after our meal. So my system craves, and I have a very strong belief that it will crave, sweet after savoury. And it's a bit of a curse, to be honest. I mean, you could say, great, at least you're not eating the whole packet, which I'm not, because I don't have a belief around that. But it's a very strong emotional and physical driver, which is what you will be experiencing in the things that you're finding so hard to shift. So this can become so frustrating, which again is another pattern, that things don't work out. And so we're familiar with then becoming really frustrated with ourselves. Maybe we blame the program, maybe we blame work, we blame our partners, who knows what, we blame somebody for the program failing, for not being able to keep our exercise up, all these things. And that's another pattern. I see something I want to do, I commit to it, I get all the stuff, I pay the money, I get all the healthy food in, I, buy maybe some new trainers if I'm going to go walking or running or whatever it is. And then so many weeks in, I've given myself all the very powerful beliefs and thinking that take me back to my old habits. Now, why the hell is this? It's not like we're not intelligent beings. We do know that this is likely to happen because it did last time and the time before and the time before. So what happens is that these thoughts, these beliefs, these habits, they're all stored in our background subconscious mind. So that is, although we're not aware of it, it's so strong. It's the mind that always takes us back to familiar habits, familiar thought patterns, familiar belief patterns, and then we find ourselves back at square one again, or sometimes even minus. Sometimes we shift weight And then when we come off the plan, we put that weight back on plus a bit more. So does it have to be this way forever? Totally, absolutely, it does not. But the real change has to come by understanding our emotional relationship with the very habits that we're trying to break. There will always be an emotional driver, particularly when it comes to food and exercise. Those are really emotion-laden things. You know, what we choose to put in our mouth, even though we know we should be eating spinach and avocado and whatever. Yeah, sometimes we do, but when we're stressed, we might want a big takeaway curry or something that just feels more emotionally soothing. So if you are curious about this and you're thinking, okay, I am sick of setting myself up to fail all the time, whether it is in relation to your food and your weight, or maybe it's some other aspect of your life, and you really want to create and then install and have support to have lasting change in your subconscious mind. So it's therefore good. It's like updating your computer or updating your phone. You know, we've all done those updates that then, we wished, oh, now I hear that wasn't a good one to do. But trust me, this one is. This is a great update and you will never regret it, because it's a step along the way to setting you free to the life that you've always dreamed of, to feeling more, I can do this. And that's because you definitely can do this, but only if and when you make these changes at the subconscious level. So if that's got you thinking, if you're thinking, whoa, this sounds interesting, can it really be that easy? Can it be that good? Then just drop me a line and let's have a chat, because I've used the particular technique that is at the core of my coaching, quantum energy coaching. I use it myself, and honestly the results have been incredible, and my clients are all using it as well. And once you clear something and you install something much more useful in your belief system, then it's there for good. It serves you over and over again.